Okay. Let's now we are going to learn about the water use. Already we discussed about the perennial rivers and non-perennial rivers. Now we are going to learn about the use of water. You know that generally we are using a water for different purposes. For example, we are using water for the cultivation of crops. Generally, India is mainly the agricultural based country. So for cultivation of crops, we use the water. And we are also using the water for domestic purposes like cleaning, washing, cooking and bathing. And water also using for industrial purposes to clean the chemicals, to clean the machines. We are also using the water in the industries. So for different ways we are using the water, and also mainly we are also using the water for drinking also. Without water, life is not possible on our earth. Let us see, these rivers also very useful to us. For example, just know what we discussed. Rivers are using for the cultivation of crops. Rivers are also using for the navigation. Generally, we are using the ships and boats to travel the goods through the rivers. And also rivers are very useful to produce the electricity. We are seeing, we are building the dams, big dams on the rivers to produce the electricity. And rivers also provide the employment for the fishermen. So many fishermen are depending upon the rivers to catch the fish. So there are different, and also we are using the rivers for drinking, river water for drinking, bathing, cooking, all our domestic purposes. So rivers are very important for our life. Generally, this water is a resource that is available to us throughout the year. We try to estimate how much of water we would be able to use. To know that, we have to know about the two processes. One is inflow as well as the outflow. Let us see inflow first. Inflow, nothing but how much of water that is adding. Inflow is equal to precipitation plus surface flow and groundwater flow. Outflow means Transpiration. See, two processes are there here, inflow and outflow. Inflow is equal to precipitation. Precipitation, you know that. Precipitation is in the form of rain, in the form of hail, in the form of dew, in the form of snow. These all things comes under the precipitation. Nothing but the water that reaches the ground through the different forms. Rains, or dew, or fog, or snow, or hail. Surface flow. Surface flow is nothing but the flow of water on the surface. For example, you take the rivers. Surface flow includes the rivers, canals, tanks, streams. These we can see this water on the surface. And there is groundwater flow. It is very difficult to know about the flow of groundwater, but even though it is difficult, we can estimate depending upon the percolation of water under the ground. So inflow is include the precipitation, surface flow and groundwater flow. Precipitation includes rainfall, dew, fog, snow and hail. Surface flow includes rivers, canals, tanks, streams as well as lakes and ponds where we can see the water. Groundwater also flow under the ground. Generally water is flowing on the surface. Under the ground also water flow, but the speed of flow is less. The groundwater flow is, estimation of groundwater flow is difficult, but we can done. That is called as the inflow. That is whatever the water that added. Outflow means which is going out. Here outflow is equal to evapotranspiration. Evapotranspiration consists of two things. One is evaporation, and the one is transpiration. You know that evaporation. This evaporation process has occurred in all the daytime from all the water bodies. Due to the heat coming from the sun, water is boiled and it evaporated into the atmosphere. Nothing but water changes into the water vapor. That process is called as the evaporation. Through evaporation process, some of the water goes out. Another one is transpiration. Transpiration is the process of all the living beings. Living beings means including humans, animals, birds, and all the living beings give off water into the atmosphere through their breathing process. Such giving of water through their breathing process by all the living beings is called as transpiration. It means the water added into the atmosphere through the evaporation and transpiration both together is called as the evapotranspiration. This evapotranspiration comes under the outflow. Outflow means the water which is going out. Inflow means the water which is coming out. Inflow minus outflow is what is available.